pause as the 7 top knitters in the land prepare their needles for combat.
Hi, welcome back to Night Mother's Hobbies. Today we are taking a break from painting to check out some more of the old miniature horde. And we're going to take a look at the Dragonlance Villains box returning to the Dragonlance Ral Partha collection to take a look at this one. I love Ral Partha minis, and as some of you might remember from the last video I did on these, I nerd out quite a bit on them. They're some of my favorite classic minis. We do have a Lord Soth as a pretty awesome icon in this package, as well as a lot of the named villains from the Dragonlance series, with the Dragon K'Santh being one of the largest ones in this box. There's our last look at that awesome Larry Elmore art before we get into the innards. Comes with a little one-page instruction leaflet on how to put the black dragon together. Really simple. And we have this kind of painting instructions, or like how to get into painting your miniatures leaflet. All kinds of tips and tricks from the old school painters, like how do I paint the face? So tips on how to get in there with your fine detail brushes and get some good details going on. Always cool to see. And we pull back this ancient and dusty smelling sponge to get into the metal minis. We have a bag here filled with K'Santh's body parts. We got the arms, the grasping arms, as well as some other bits we'll get into. K'Santh comes in a bunch of little pieces, wings and arms, a big old serpentine body. The top of the head is missing, as you can see there. It's inside the package. It's kind of an interesting take on a black dragon, but I did manage to find the artwork it's based off of this model. You can see it's got huge horns on the back and big grasping hands. Really iconic for anybody who loves Dragonlance. That's like their first big threat that they face, and even one of the companions gets fatally wounded. So here we have also included in this package a variety of different weapons. You can see there's some interesting spears with maces on the back end. For our first kind of smaller character, we've got Viewmaster Toad here, little hobgoblin kind of commander character. When looking for artwork to see what this guy was based off of, couldn't actually find much of anything. I did find this awesome painting for his book cover. He had a solo book that goes over his history and some of his character. While that doesn't really look like the figure, that figure does have a lot of cool detail there. Here we have Lord Ariakas himself, the Red Dragon High Lord, the overall king and commander of the dragon army, holder of the crown of power. Super cool bad guy. He's kind of like a demigod, Herculean, blessed by the gods kind of dude. Really awesome character right there. Next up we have another Dragon High Lord. This time it is the proper Red Dragon High Lord, High Lord Verminard. Really awesome sculpt, lots of cool details. You see there's a little extra flash on some of these and a bent horn here and there. These are quite old, but held up really good condition, just like those Heroes minis. Not a lot of fixing to do at all. This one is also based off of, or at least closely resembles, some classic cover art for Dragonlance as well, and has a lot of that extra detail that is in those paintings in the miniature as well. Now this mini I didn't really know much about and had to actually go look at and search on who this guy is. He is Chot-e-Kalin, the Emperor of the Minotaurs. And I found the origins of this Minotaur look as well is this painting of Caramon in a gladiator tournament from one of the later books. So how he ended up there, no idea. But anyway, we have Takisis here with her big old booty and crunchy hair, very detailed all around. You can't have these old minis without a little bit of cheese here and there. And this Dekesis Queen of Darkness, or the Dark Queen mini, has it in droves. Clearly based off of this artwork here from the Testa Twins trilogy, where she's torturing Ryslin. I think it goes without saying that the sculpting detail is quite great, even if it is that classic chunky style. Now this character is Dalamar, Dalamar the Dark, the Dark Elf. Probably one of the best characters in the entire Dragonlance history, at least to me. He's one of my absolute favorites. Now he doesn't have much artwork to match this, but I did find a really cool pic of him. Here he is with Kitiara in kind of her last stand against good in the Mage Tower of Palanthas. Coming up next, though, we have one of the most iconic figures in not just Dragonlance, but I think all of D&D and current fantasy. A little bit of flash on his cape here, but this is Lord Soth, the Dark Knight, or the Death Knight. I think that he was one of the first of his kind, at least narratively speaking, and his ability to use power word kill, I think, very iconic for his class and for his kit. Speaking of kit, here's a picture of him and Kit, the very same one used for this collection. But there's another character in that artwork that is part of this collection, and this sculpt actually bears a lot more resemblance to that artwork. It is Kitiara herself. Now, you can see she's kind of dinged up, her armor's torn, her hand is grasping and open, maybe like an amulet or some kind of talisman could be put there? I wonder. Yeah, definitely very much inspired by that painting by Larry Elmore. Now, she is a character that did get a second sculpt when they moved to small individual blister packs, and I do have that one as well. You can see there's a little bit of a size difference, but she does have a more complete and unbroken armor. Gotta say, though, I do like the face and sculpt overall of the broken beat-up one, but it is nice to have a Kitiara with not torn up cheese factor armor, as much as I do like this villain pack sculpt much better. As always, shout out to my patron supporters. Your guys' continued monthly support is always appreciated. And for those of you guys who hang out in the Discord, it's always great to take a little break from life and post in there, see what you guys are up to. And always, always, always thanks to everybody who watches the videos every week. Commenting, liking, subscribing, you guys are great. See you in the next one. Bye-bye!